Hello and welcome back. In this Black Excellist series, we will highlight Pinky Cole and her billion-dollar vegan business.
Welcome to Black Excellist. This is where we celebrate Black excellence, achievement, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
Pinky Cole is a revolutionary leader in the plant-based food industry and has successfully created a fast casual restaurant that she's named Slutty Vegan. After only 4 years and just a handful of restaurant locations, Cole has reshaped the way that Black people view veganism and has done it in a playful aesthetic with a variety of flavorful meatless burgers and sandwiches. Her quest to build a billion-dollar empire is slowly coming into fruition as she looks to expand to more locations across the nation. Cole's high-energy mission and approachable concept has catapulted her to national fame beyond her meatless burgers. She has become popular for her empowerment of the Black community in discussions around veganism, as well as her charitable work focused on bringing economic opportunities to communities of color. In this original Black Excellist video, we will present Pinky Cole and her mission to build a billion-dollar vegan empire. So without further ado, let's get started. Since opening her flagship location in 2018 in Atlanta, Pinky Cole is on a mission to reshape the way that Black people view veganism. She is riding a new surge of the Black vegan movement, fueled by the celebrities, athletes, chefs, and everyday people who have given up on eating animal products for environmental, health, and humane reasons. Born in East Baltimore to Jamaican immigrants, Aisha Pinky Cole and her 4 siblings were raised by their mother, who worked multiple jobs and did whatever was necessary to support her family. And this is where Pinky learned the practice of veganism. Her mother, Ishelle Cole, adhered to the largely vegetarian tenets of Rastafarianism and sang the lead in an all-woman reggae group. And from her mother is where Pinky also picked up her strong, relentless work ethic. As a child in middle school, she picked up various hustles. Pinky would rent out the neighborhood rec centers, hire DJs, and throw parties that would bring in over $4,000. As a sophomore in high school, she bought sandwiches from the McDonald's dollar menu and sold them at school for $2. At a very young age, Pinky proved to be very determined, focused, and tenacious. Pinky would eventually enroll in college at Clark Atlanta University, where she earned a bachelor's degree. After graduating from Clark, Cole migrated west to Los Angeles to carve out a career in acting, television casting, and production. Little did she know that her training as a restaurant franchise owner would start while working as a DoorDash delivery driver, where she was introduced to the ins and outs of food service and the shared commercial kitchen concept. Pinky's aspirations would soon take her to New York, where she worked as a TV producer. In 2014, she cashed out her 401k and took out a loan from a family friend to open a Jamaican eatery in Harlem that she called Pinky's Jamaican and American Restaurant. Unfortunately, in 2016, she lost it all to a grease fire. Her inexperience as an entrepreneur put the nail in the coffin. The damage from the fire wasn't covered by the proper form of insurance, leaving her sifting through the rubble and trying to figure out what went wrong. But as she was dealing with the aftermath, she would be hit with another huge surprise. Her job as a casting director was relocating her to Atlanta. Although Pinky's mother was a vegetarian, she personally did not give up meat entirely until she contracted food poisoning in 2007. Years later, she decided to go total vegan and gave up all animal products. One day sitting in her bedroom, she was thinking on the new lifestyle that she had adopted 4 years earlier and the lack of food options that her new diet presented. She then had an epiphany: Slutty Vegan. Since she always fought the challenges of finding the type of food she wanted to eat, particularly late at night, her restaurant concept would not only tackle a personal problem, but would universally address the same challenge that other vegans have. As for the name Slutty Vegan, she meant for the name to be jarring, and she wanted to create dialogue that was racy. And a name that merges one of life's most pleasurable experiences with food could have doomed her business from the very start. However, the name helped her make a big splash and was very impactful in challenging the notions that vegan food is stuffy and boring. During the summer of 2018, Cole started Slutty Vegan as a mobile delivery service, fulfilling orders of meatless burgers taken via Instagram out of a shared kitchen. Pinky quickly outgrew the shared space and purchased her own food truck, but shortly thereafter, she even outgrew that operation. Pinky dived headfirst in January of 2019. She signed the lease to her very first brick-and-mortar location for Slutty Vegan, and she opened the doors of her 630-foot storefront to an estimated 1,200 people. And this was only a few months after she sold her very first meatless burger. Today, Cole operates 4 locations in the Atlanta area and 1 location in Brooklyn, with a goal of opening 20 more restaurants by 2024. Her New York City outpost is not far from where she first earned her stripes in food and hospitality. It was only a couple of years ago that her Jamaican and American restaurant in Harlem was gutted to a fire. And with her 2 food trucks ready and available to pop up in just about any city on the East Coast, recent trips to Baltimore, Charlotte, Richmond, and Birmingham were met with overwhelming support, in spite of zero marketing. The excitement around these pull-ups helped Pinky identify additional cities for her expansion, and as a result, she now has openings slated for these very cities. But her strategy for expansion includes targeting dense cities with limited vegan restaurant options. She is very selective about the cities she targets for new restaurants and bases her decision on areas that are food insecure. Pinky is also dedicated to putting Slutty Vegan in inner-city communities and areas that aren't so attractive to developers, so that she can help revitalize those local communities and increase their property values. On the menu, expect provocative burger names like the One Night Stand, Fussy Hussy, Sloppy Toppy, and Ho Boy. Slutty Vegan's popularity can largely be credited to Cole's ability to connect with Gen Z, millennials, and young, hip, urbanized eaters who have coalesced into the food truck generation. These are folks who have no qualms with the long line experience, as long as they are able to sample that one popular dish. While in line, customers may make random connections with strangers or even a celebrity sighting like Tyler Perry, Taraji P. Henson, Shaquille O'Neal, Snoop Dogg, Tiffany Haddish, or Usher. But this is all a part of Pinky's plan. She's not selling food, she's selling the experience. It's important to note that Pinky Cole is democratizing the vegan food movement in the South with her Slutty Vegan restaurant empire, but she also faces several challenges when introducing it to new Black customers who are not open to alternatives to the traditional Southern cuisine, pork dishes, and comfort foods that our community is accustomed to. Part of the problem is the access and imbalance within the vegan world that benefits the privileged and freezes out the vulnerable. The U.S. has a history of discrimination that restricts healthy food supplies in minority communities. But Cole is changing the plant-based narratives that exclude and overlook Black people, reminding us that much of how the African diaspora eats is rooted in a vegetable-forward approach. With her approachability and passion, Cole is showing the Black community through her restaurants and various platforms how African American food can be reimagined in a way that has never been seen before. And she's finding success in winning over meat eaters. Over 97% of her customers are non-vegans, but do enjoy vegan from time to time. And the environment and atmosphere is a large part of the appeal for customers who might not otherwise give vegan food a try. A visit to Slutty Vegan shatters the stereotype that veganism is for the bougie. Cole's establishments are designed to feel like going to a party. The festive environment, interior aesthetics, music, and bright-colored graffiti on the walls exudes an atmosphere that is inclusive for all people. Cole truly believes that people will respect you and support you and want to see you grow when they feel that you are building an ecosystem for the community and not just a money-generating company. Now Cole has an operations team of over 200 employees that she relies on to handle day-to-day activities, allowing her to focus on the larger picture, advancing the business and increasing the footprint in the community. and the numerous deals, collaborations, and partnerships pouring in from incredible entrepreneurs is proof that she's on the right track. Slutty Vegan chicken dips and spinach artichoke dips are now sold in Target stores, with negotiations in motion with another major retail chain. She has inked a deal with massive burger chain Shake Shack, who will be offering a meatless Slutty Shack burger. Slutty Vegan also partnered with Rap Snacks Potato Chips, a hip-hop culture-inspired snack food company, to offer their first ever Rap Snacks vegan chip. Moreover, Cole published a cookbook through Simon & Schuster, signed a shoe deal with Steve Madden, and opened up a new concept bar, a sister of Slutty Vegan, called Bar Vegan. Founder and Chief Executive Officer Pinky Cole has transformed her food truck into a multi-million-dollar brand that is serving thousands of vegan burgers to hungry guests. But her goal is to make Slutty Vegan a billion-dollar brand within the next few years, and she may be well on her way with revenue of $14 million in 2021 alone. This helped Cole raise $25 million in Series A funding from New Voices Venture Fund and Enlightened Hospitality Investments, who valuated Slutty Vegan to be worth $100 million. Cole will still retain ownership, but will use the invested funds to propel her restaurant empire to new heights by launching in more cities across the nation, hiring more C-suite executives, and driving health initiatives and food options into the Black community. Through her eponymous Pinky Cole Foundation, she's changing lives by putting her money where her mouth is. The organization is dedicated to giving back to the community, helping underserved communities and people of color succeed in the face of discrimination across the board. The foundation helps empower economic progress in communities of color, providing the capital and education to help promote Black-owned businesses. For starters, she's giving back in a major way to her alma mater, Clark Atlanta University. She has paid off student loans, funded multiple scholarships, and recently announced she would be gifting an LLC to any graduate who wanted one. Cole also teamed up with Clark Atlanta to pledge $600,000 towards scholarships for the 4 children of Rashard Brooks, a Black man shot and killed by police in Atlanta in 2020. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Other philanthropy includes giving scholarships to 30 juvenile offenders, donating thousands of dollars to the Department of Juvenile Justice, paying the rent of local businesses negatively impacted by the pandemic, supporting voter registration initiatives, and donating thousands of pounds of produce to Atlanta's food insecure population. Cole also wants to be a good neighbor and strives for her restaurant to bring value to the community that they are in. She's aware of the long lines and crowds that gather around her establishments and works to minimize the disruption of the peace and quiet of their neighbors. Pinky Cole and fiancé Derek Hayes, a fellow restaurateur who owns non-vegan Big Dave's cheesesteaks, got engaged during the Essence Music Festival and have set a wedding date for June 2023. They are now expecting their second child, so they often talk about using Slutty Vegan in their various businesses to create generational wealth for their family. Cole also emphasizes the importance of building generational wealth for the Black community as a whole. While societal changes are needed to address the racial wealth gap, there are also steps Black Americans can take right now to start building wealth, which include financial literacy, consistent saving, investing, entrepreneurship, and better decision-making. What a difference 6 years can make. Today, the 34-year-old is a CEO, vegan ambassador, philanthropist, cookbook author, and motivational speaker. Leaders are often defined by the degree to which people want to follow them, and we certainly see a leader in Pinky Cole that people are following. But at the same time, she's a leader who people can appreciate and see themselves in. We salute Pinky Cole and her mission to create the kind of healthy food that people like us want to eat over and over again, sometimes unaware that they are becoming better global citizens while doing it. But that's the point.
We appreciate the fact that you stayed until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video. Bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.
Like we're not going